Alright, hey, Rabbit Automatic here. Welcome back to the channel. So, my life quality went up, but my recording time decreased dramatically, unfortunately. I've been trying to find a small window of time to actually get Far Cry 5 recorded, and the small window of time I actually did have was filled up with trying to sign up for Ubisoft to get my account working on that again, and then and to fixing the graphics settings, like updating my graphics card. Okay, so here's the dealio. Like, I'm not very good and/or patient with computers, but I'm learning. I'm slowly learning and growing to becoming better at it. But still, I can't just become like magically really good at it. It was all well and good when I started the channel because, you know, you have a lot of space in your computer. And one of the things that really got to me was computer storage space, like trying to free it up and having enough. And I guess it's always a fight. An external hard drive would be kind of nice, make things a lot easier, but I have yet to go pick that up. My work hours was a full 5-hour week, but condensed into 4 days. Now, that's all well and good for recording, actually, because you have like 2 extra days where there's not other people around and noise is happening, and you don't want to be too noisy for other people anyways. You know, if you saw my 100th video, you know that I don't really like doing this kind of stuff in front of other people. I'm working on it. I mean, just recording in this car in this public parking lot is a step towards that goal. But long and the short, basically there's just a couple things in my life that I'm trying to build myself back up to. And I kind of figured that maybe recording it would help, just talking about it or something like that. And definitely the storage space is one of those things, like, just feels like this ever-looming problem that I'm just going to slowly solve. And it's worth mentioning that the situation in my life that made me create this YouTube channel, really pushed me to do it, is one of the biggest life hurdles I've ever had to go into, and I'm just going to vaguely go over that and not explain what it is. So that alone should help me, you know, learn why it's going to be easy to overcome what's happening right now. And whether I'm making entertaining enough videos. Now, I know a large part of this I have to do for myself if I want to keep going, especially being as small as I am. But I've been just bringing myself down a lot, and working on... Now, support from people like you, Jeremy, or anyone else who's made it even this far to the video, is quite honestly phenomenal. Like, it's where I am right now is more than I wanted to achieve with my channel, which is something I should be absolutely proud of. But one of the biggest things that is kind of getting me is I've been putting up a lot of pressure on myself to get Far Cry 5 out, and I've been stressing about it too much, and that's just not the way to go about it, because if I stress about it too much, I'm not going to do it, because, I don't know, it's almost like backwards thinking in a way. Like, stress isn't going to get me anywhere. Doing it's going to get me somewhere, and finding that window of time to do it is just going to be the priority right now. I do have stuff recorded, so it's not like a total loss. I have maybe 2 to 3 different games and probably 4 or 5 different episodes lined up for a release here, and I definitely like to do that, especially once I get that larger hard drive, kind of relieve some of that memory, full stress, and go back to doing daily episodes. It's a huge learning curve, right? Everything in creating videos and learning new editing software, solving new and continuous problems, which I forgot to mention, and playing brand new games even, so much as that, and trying to learn to talk over them while learning at the same time. It's all just so much at the same time. I've watched YouTube Let's Plays for so long, and it's so easy for me to sit down and watch an episode and enjoy the game and enjoy what the people are saying, but and you hear them talk about it when you've been watching for as long as I have. I didn't really get an appreciation for kind of what it's like. It's not, of course, the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Like, I've had a lot of jobs that are a lot more difficult, but you're kind of forced through them. Whereas, if you kind of force yourself through a creative job like YouTube or music or anything like that, you know, you start to get hurt by your own thoughts and emotions, and that's just not the way to go about things. So after saying all of this, I can absolutely say that things are a lot better, whether it takes a couple more days for me to actually release an episode, which might not be Far Cry 5, unfortunately. I've just kind of been sitting on another game that I've wanted to release, because I kind of promised I would do Far Cry 5 as soon as it came out, but I didn't expect my life to take the turn that it did, and that's just what I'm beating myself up about. I feel like if I kind of let you guys know what's going on and why things aren't happening with that, then I'll lighten that load on myself. I have to be honest with myself if I want to keep going with this. I can't just sit on this ball of stress that's just growing and growing as every single night and every single day passes, where I'm like, I should record. No, I can't record. I should record. You know, it just kind of builds up. So letting it loose, I feel like, is the best way to make progress towards this goal and reducing this amount of stress I got about this situation. But sorry about the shaky cam, by the way. It's a little bit weird, but I need some kind of mount for the car. A lot like At Films has got in theirs for their phone. Anyways, I'm just rambling now, but if anything does come out, no, correction, when I release something, sorry, it will be Far Cry or this new game that I did a recording a little while ago, not too long ago, so it's still relevant. But you'll notice my beard is a bit shorter. That's the weird thing about me, is a lot of people, like, this is something I want to talk about, actually. This is going to turn into a podcast, I guess. A lot of the YouTubers that you watch, or the channel owners or content creators you watch, either they have a very consistent upload schedule, they have, like, consistent upload, or their appearance very seldom or almost never changes. They always keep things looking the same, just to keep up that illusion of continuity. And that's something I do with my channel pretty much. Like, when I record stuff, I release it in that order, because it's very easy to plan out stuff when you're this small. Like, it's like you record a series, you record an episode, and then you record another episode, and you release both of those episodes in tandem. You go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and if one's not working out, you delete it and record something new, which is progression. You're progressing towards something, and I do very short recording sessions, so you're able to keep the recordings up with my regular life, which is something that I've wanted to do. And a lot of the successful series that I'm doing kind of start to fall by the wayside. Like, I've noticed some episodes, some older series kind of picked up a little bit, and I don't want to start releasing episodes of that I was going to release and didn't end up because people weren't interested, and now I can tell they are getting interested. So I don't really want to release old episodes, so I might do, like, restarts. I've had an idea for that, a channel idea, which is something I want to do, which is recently, which is along the line of ARRIGHT. Just like a new series or a new show that brings a new concept to my channel to keep things kind of flowing. There's a bunch of these techniques that I'm trying to implement and use, and the old formula's not going away. Don't worry about that. Everything's all good with that. And I kind of did. Now, I've talked in the past about streaming. Definitely made comments about wanting to do streaming. Like, I said I was going to do a music stream, and that never happened. I never really committed to that, to be entirely honest. But I never did that. I did do a Space Engineers stream, because I guess I didn't let the video announcing I was going to do it sit there for long enough, and I don't know. I kind of started doing it. I had fun doing it. I definitely see the potential in doing it, and I feel more confident in doing streaming more often. I don't know why I was so apprehensive to do it. It's actually really quite fun, and I've done it with Horseman a couple times. I think there's like 2 videos maybe I've streamed with him in. I can't remember. I know I streamed on his channel with him. Now it's just his stream. I didn't do any streaming. I kind of showed my perspective in like a co-stream. You may be able to tell how little I know about streaming when I talk about it like this. So that definitely helped, doing it with him and Kiri on his channel. But doing it myself, I don't know. I feel like I've already made a lot of videos. I've made 190 by this point, and I've had a couple people watch, and I want those people to know that I'm streaming and be in on streaming, because I feel like oftentimes I miss out a lot on my favorite YouTuber streams. I want to be part of those. I think I've talked about this before, maybe, or maybe it was the podcast I deleted. I made a little podcast recently where I made some promises I just knew I wasn't going to keep, especially with the changes that little minor changes that were going to happen to my channel. What time is it? But honestly, oh my god. But honestly, I took a little walk in the cold there. I had to go do something, but honestly, I should just start up a game, start up a stream, and stream. It seems pretty obvious. I don't know if there was a train of thought I was going on. I just watched that clip back, but I've already forgotten if there was a train of thought, but it doesn't really matter. Because now, I'm just going to set up and do a stream. And honestly, I'm kind of torn between whether I should just edit this episode. You know what? I'm just going to edit the episode I'm working on. I don't want to stream, though. I don't know. I do want to stream. I didn't just say I don't want to stream. I do want to stream. But enough about that, honestly, because I recorded an episode of PUBG Mobile that I want to release. I had some fun playing that. It's kind of short. It got cut short by the exact same bullcrap that allows me to not record normally. But you get to see an insight into what the game is like, and maybe I'll record another little part and stick that in. It'll be a really weird video, but it'll get the point across. I want to record the game, show me having fun before I have experience and after I have experience. So I'll see how the editing goes tonight. Maybe release that episode, and if I got time the next day, I'll do that recording, and hopefully things start to look up next week. Things are a little bit random in my life right now. The situation I had before in my life with my schedule and all that stuff was perfect for YouTube. I really got a lot of time to cultivate a channel and record stuff and just do whatever. I had a nice formula going. Now it has to be a lot more random, and it's still good. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Alright? No, this isn't alright, I'm sorry. This isn't the show for you to call Alright. This is alright, technically. Yeah, I made it alright now. It's alright. You won't get to see that until the end, but anyways, that's enough. I gotta go. Bye. See ya. Bye-bye. See ya. Let's do that like and the subscribe and the check and stuff. It all helps. It's nice stuff, and it's kind of cool. So, you know what? If you have clicked off this video by now, I don't blame you. You wouldn't have heard this. Although the people who didn't click on this video I'm not acknowledging right now will be hearing this, and that's not doesn't pertain to the people I just talked about. It strictly pertains to the people I just talked about, which is exactly the opposite of what I'm saying, and now I'm just rambling, so I don't really honestly know what I'm going on about. But I feel like because I'm rambling automatic, I'm able to kind of like go into that mindset where I can just let my mouth go. There's a magpie across the street right now that's picking up some leaves, which reminds me, I saw one earlier about literally half a foot from my car, where it just kind of like flew down and then made some noises and then walked to the left side of my thing, and then it put something in the snow like half a meter away from my car. Then it grabbed a leaf and like pecked it into the ground, and then it grabbed a leaf and it put the leaf on top of that thing it put in the ground and just kind of pecked all over pecked the crap out of it, made some more loud noises, jumped into a tree and made loud noises, and then flew off. So that was my life with the magpie outside of my car. Then I looked up magpies hiding stuff in the snow, and when I looked that up, I couldn't really find anything except for this one dude who like saw this like magpie like hide food in the snow or something, which wasn't what it looked like the magpie was carrying. It looked like it had a piece of chunk of ice in its beak, which made me wonder what it's trying to save. Maybe it's like a frozen berry or something like that. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It is actually underneath a berry tree now that I look, so maybe it's just a bunch of frozen berries that it's trying to preserve for the winter. That's some cool stuff. I saw them carrying a twig to a tree over there, and I haven't looked to see if I could see the nest yet, but that would be kind of cool to check out. And it's kind of cold, and I don't want to start my car because I don't want to like use up gas and stuff like that, and I'm having to spend a lot of time waiting. But nothing wrong with a little waiting. Nothing wrong with that, you know. The weather's starting to warm up, and that's kind of nice, because if it wasn't, I'd be spending a lot more time inside the place I'm currently in, because it's like nice and warm. But since it's like only -6 right now, I can chill in the car for like hours. I get out every now and again to get done what needs to get done, but basically that's my life right now, as I'm sitting in the car rambling about nothing. If you can't guess, the podcast or the episode ended a long time ago, and now I'm just making words come out of my head. It feels like a great way to kind of vent stuff. I don't really know. That just kind of feels good to keep my mouth moving and just kind of... this is practice for something. I feel like it's good practice, like filling empty air. Although then again, maybe this is all stuff I could be talking about in episodes, like in between, like, gameplay and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm a diverse enough person that I can keep that going, because there's one thing I've noticed when it comes to YouTubers, and the people I've been watching, the series I've been watching, is right now, holy crap, one of the series I'm watching... Okay, I'm catching up with past Minecraft stuff from Yogscast Duncan. And if you like the Yogscast, Minecraft, you know, definitely helped that channel. And those series of channels, the huge group they've got going now. But yeah, I just kind of got back into watching them play that, and they're doing something called Forever Stranded. That's what it's called. Yeah, Forever Stranded, where they're doing like this survival in like a desert, and it's really cool because the sand kind of builds up, and I kind of like that about my like Minecraft like profile right now that I'm playing, where the snow kind of builds up. You have to fight that as you're building. It just adds an extra layer. Which is also why, maybe I'll come back to that, maybe I won't, but I've discovered recently Skyrim mods on Xbox One, which I want to do an episode on Skyrim. I think that'd be really cool. It kind of looks like, it almost looks like the audio is desynced from the video right now, which is really weird, and I can't edit that on my phone, so that's going to be interesting. No, Soundhound just came up with an ad right in front of my face. I want to see that crap, put that away. But Skyrim, yeah, has mods on Xbox One and I think PS4, but I've heard there's a lot less mods on PS4, so don't go there expecting like an amazing array of mods. Because apparently it's a lot harder to access the PS4s, or I think it's PS4, is it PS4 or 5? I don't know. I don't keep up with this whole console stuff. Even though I used to be primarily a console gamer and kind of getting back into it now. But they have a survival mod now that you can, or it's like a mode you can download. You gotta pay for it, but it's pretty cheap right now if you get on it as I'm talking here. But it adds like cold and heat concerns and like hunger and thirst, and it decreases your weight capacity. It adds a bunch of stuff, which is kind of cool. And I got a lot of mods that I can probably show off on a stream, and one of which, oh my god, I've been so grateful for it. But this mod has helped me get out of more than my fair share of game glitches, which would originally be like almost game breaking if there weren't like this like obscene, if I didn't set my autosave feature to an obscene level. But I definitely used this feature to get myself out of a bind yesterday, which was nice, when I was thinking maybe I should release like the episode I want to release, but I shouldn't, because then it's like kind of weird that I didn't, because I was kind of promising Far Cry 5 would be an episode that would be out, and now it's not out, and I just didn't want to release a different game. It's kind of weird. I gotta get past these humps, and I should have recorded this earlier, and an update earlier, and I'm sorry there's kind of a ramble in between this, because this is actually kind of important stuff I wanted to talk about. Maybe I'll cut that out and put it near the end, which would make this entire rant I'm doing right now really weird. So which I'm gonna do, so it's gonna be weird, and I don't mind that being weird, because if you watch Alright is weird. And this is now Alright. Maybe I should call it like podcast Alright, so you guys know that it's actually not me like doing random rambly crap, because there is actually a point to Alright, and in multiple there's multiple points to Alright that I wanted to record. And I feel, you know what? I feel like my venting's done. I feel like that's all I wanted to say. There was a whole bunch of stuff I had to get off my chest, and I had a lot of time to do it right now, so it's kind of like that's it. And I just want to say thank you, Jeremy, for watching so much, and all of this stuff all the support you've been doing. And I'm sorry that there's been a little bit of a slowdown, but my life changed quite a bit, and I did some reflecting and some reevaluation, and things are still good. Things are all good. Things are back to normal. So I'm I'm hopefully going to be able to do daily episodes. Once I get this hardware issue sorted out, especially with Far Cry. I got the graphics look terrible until I did like an update, and then I had to like adjust the settings, and I had to fine-tune the settings and stuff. I spent a couple times. I spent a good amount of time trying to get that to work, and it's just been frustrating. I'm like, I want to press record, but I can't. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.